I tell you what we're gonna do. The first lesson is don't think you know what you're doing. Until you do. Right, so what was happening there? Let's go back, let's get back to the start. We'll start with that bit. So you have your channel info, that's all done. So what I was doing there is under the users section, you can find all your users on here. So Sparky D's one I've just changed. You go into edit for the user, and on here you've got options to add a custom entrance, and I'm editing Sparky's there, but I've had to put his name in because the target identifier didn't work, and I don't know why. I'm going to move the special identifiers box in here because you can find all the special identifiers that the bot uses at this website. So. Hey, we got to start. So it wouldn't be a lesson by me if it went perfectly well straight away. So now I've got to go through and see whose I've broken. So Jamie's is going to be wrong. So I'm going to have to go in here. And I have to change this to his because I put a target in there and it didn't work. I'm wondering, what do you reckon? Happy birthday, Sparky. Let's have a look. Because I tried this one, username, and it didn't work. So that didn't work. Target. And the target user one doesn't work either, so those aren't going to work. So we're just going to have to type it in. So this is the first part of the lesson then. So I'm going to make this bigger. We got Shaney's one here. That one's going to have to be edited. I'm going to have to put his name in properly as well. Because I tried to do did all this last night, trying to get the target usernames. I didn't test it. I didn't test it. For biggest lesson ever. Test it before you use it. Thank you for the host, Teflon Tiger. Alright, I need to get something up on my other screen.
Have a look at this.
Come on, don't stick.
Have a look at this.
Okay. Hey, Sparky and Venom. How is everyone today anyway? So this one I've got to change his name to it's a little bit annoying that you can't just put a target in there, but we'll get it. So that's Shaney's one. Do Harley's as well. Obviously the target user thing doesn't work. Yeah, they're all personalized for when you guys arrive. So I've done. Go back here. Who have I done? I can't remember who I made them for now. So some of them are going to be broken, and I don't even know. Ah, yes, we've got Divorce as one. That'll need editing. So what do you guys... Oh, whoa, what did I just get? I just got a ton of drop frames. Did that... Is it all good? Is everything good? That's weird, but yeah, so that's the forces one done. I hope so. And also working on the PC like this, not a lot of moving parts, so it's difficult for it to mess up. Who else have I got on here that I've done? I know there's one for Mr. Chrome here somewhere. It would help if I actually remembered who I'd done the entrance things for. What I'll do is we'll do it from scratch in a minute for somebody. Who do you think should have a custom entrance thing, guys? You're not allowed to pick yourself. Who thinks Coop should have his own custom entrance? I think Coop should have one. Bench thinks Coop should have one. Okay, then. Then we've got to think of a good one for him. It can't just be Hello Coop. Teflon wants one as well. What are we going to call you? The slippery bugger? Slippery cat. Right, so it's going to be difficult to start with, but what we'll do here, have a look at this. We can have something about him being later. Yes. That's perfect. So this is what happens when... Hey, what's up, Bass? This is what you get when you go to the edit screen originally. So you have all your information about someone, how their sub age and everything. And you've got all your details about your user on here. If you scroll down here... Have a look at this. Where I was editing before... Thanks for the host, Lazy Gamer. Where I was editing it before, there is, on someone you haven't done it for, an add command for custom entrance command. And you click that. Now, everything on Mixitup runs by a command. And I would recommend always, when you add a command, always do advanced command, even if it gives you the option of a simple one. Because it gives you more flexibility if you want to change it in the future. So we'll go to advanced command, and that gives you a blank screen to start with. To add just a chat message for when someone arrives, you select your drop down box of actions, which has all the different things you could do. You could have it do anything. You could have it speak when someone gets here with the text to speech. You could add an overlay, which will drop in a picture or something. I'll do overlays a bit more in depth later. Or you can literally just get it to play a mixer clip when someone comes in. Like if you had a mixer clip of, like for example, when Crash's H2O clip, for example, I could set it up so that when Crash comes in my channel, Mixitup bot picks up his clip of him doing the H2O thing and does it on screen as he enters. Hey, what's up, Messi? How are you? The difference between the two, Cube, is a basic command. You don't have all these options in the... All these options here are in the advanced one. And you can do more than one thing at once. Whereas a simple command will let you do one thing. And I think there's a very limited number of things you can do. Hi, Messi. So, for the entrances, I'm doing chat commands. So you select which one you want in the drop down box, and then you click the plus button, and that adds this here so you can edit the thing. And then you type your message. So in this one, it's going to say, there we go, and that's Coop's one for when he gets here. Nice one, Messi. When we play again on Thursday, you can join us. So that's just that. That is literally something I learned last night, and obviously it's not working for everybody because I messed up, and I can't remember who I made them for. Did Jamie? We did Shaney. Coop's got one now. DeForce's got one. I know I did one for Sue, which will need editing as well, I think. Yeah, that one needs editing, so that one needs. So that's Sue's one edited. I can if I not even just followers. This will show everybody that's been in the stream since I started using Mixitup bot. I need to turn my Xbox off because I'm getting invites. Don't need that. Right. Yeah, I can see stalkers, but as you can see on here, it will tell you how, if they're following, they'll have a follow age. And lovely Sue has been following me for 1 year and 3 months. And 5 days. That's Sue's one done. Now we roll down. Where did we get to? Let's have a look. I can't remember if I did many more, but I've done a few. I think that's as much as I did there. So that was because that happened when we started and it was broken. We fixed that as the first thing. So let's go to the simple bit. So to start with, when you want to use a bot, yeah, you can filter by typing their name, but there's not a lot of other filters. So the first thing you really need to do before you even start using Mixitup bot is you're going to need a second Mixer account. So you need a separate email address for it and everything, and when you do that, you have a separate account which you'll need to be able to open when you sign in. You won't need to open it every time you sign in, but you'll need to do it the first time. And when you open Mixitup the first time, you'll need to go down to services here if it doesn't take you through the wizard to add your bot accounts. And on the services, you can link all the different things. We'll go back to the user list a bit later on, but when you first start with Mixitup bot, your best option is to link every single one of the things you might use on it. So first, most importantly, you link your bot account. This will give you an option to link it, and you'll log in with your Mixer bot account on here. It will redirect you, but you need your bot account to be open in your web browser and logged in on your web browser when you do this, so that when it redirects you to the web browser, it will go to your bot account's approval page on Mixer, and you approve Mixitup bot on there, and that will link your Mixitup bot to your bot account, and that will be here. Now it should ask you and set up your streamer account the first time you log in, and that will work that way. That should be pretty straightforward. but I can't actually go back and do that, because if I do that, I lose everything. So then on here, you'll have your overlays. Now you can disable and enable overlays, and most of the time you will want to do this and give it a name so you know what it is when you put it. This is the name that will pop up when you put it into Streamlabs. When you add your overlay as a web source on Streamlabs, this title here will be the title that comes up in Streamlabs. Yes, overlays, anything that Mixitup does to put, anything that Mixitup wants to put on screen for my stream has to be an overlay, and you need to enable the overlays, and then you have to put an overlay source into Streamlabs. We'll go over the overlay bits a bit more later. So each one you'll want to. I'm not famous. I wish I was. I've been recognized in the street before, in my own town. So the next accounts you want to link, if you use OBS Studio, you will link your OBS Studio here. I don't use that, so I don't know exactly how to do that, but I'm sure if you use OBS Studio, you'll be able to work it out. On here, you'll have your Streamlabs OBS connection. You can enable the connection, and it then should take you to the Streamlabs page and the Streamlabs login. And if I remember correctly, mine gave me the option to log in with Mixer and all that, and my Streamlabs is logged in with my Mixer. So I clicked on login with Mixer, and then the Streamlabs page came up with approve Mixitup bot, and you click the approve button and that links it, and you get the ticks over here for the ones that are linked. So this, on mine so far, we've got the Mixer bot account, the overlays, and Streamlabs OBS linked. I don't use XSplit, but if that's your broadcast software, you log in with that as well and enable XSplit. These are the same. Overlabs is another one that does it. Streamlabs this is not for Streamlabs OBS. This is to connect Streamlabs, like your Streamlabs donation page and any other stuff based on the dashboard of Streamlabs. This will log in the same way as Streamlabs OBS pretty much, but you do need to enable it and make sure that you get that tick on there. You've got other things on here, other donation things like Tippy Stream, Treat Stream, Stream Jar, Patreon Stream, and they're all different tips and donations. Thank you, Messi, I appreciate that. All of these are donations programs, and they'll link in similar ways to all the other accounts. Then below here you've got Stream Loots, which I actually need to set that up because I haven't done that. So let me just find my Stream Loots overlay link. I should probably have done this already.
These aren't kid gloves, Mr. Valiant.
It'd be nice if it was easy to find. Right, I'll add my Stream Loots URL here and log in, and that's my Stream Loots connected. That is how simple the Stream Loots one is. That's actually the simplest one I've done. I don't have FIFA, no. Stream Loots is a card system where My thing's just disconnected. I can't hear the music and you can. That's not fair. Stream Loots is a thing where you can buy sets of Stream Loots cards, and you can, as viewers, play those cards while I'm streaming, and they'll pop up on the stream and they'll give certain actions that I can do. I mean, Stream Loots is a whole nother thing. If you want to know exactly how Stream Loots work, I will get you a YouTube video that's good for that. Subscriptions. Preacher actually does content with Stream Loots, so let's find Preacher's videos. I will give you a link to Preacher's Stream Loots basics thing so you know what it is. Where's Preacher's face? I can't see Preacher's face. I'll find him. Stream Loots. Let me get the link for that. So this is the street video by Preacher. Save that to your YouTube. That'll explain what Stream Loots is. See you soon, Messi. Save that to your YouTube and watch it later after I'm finished. Don't watch it now. So obviously I've got my Stream Loots done. Tiltify and Extra Life, I have no idea what they are, but if you use them, you will need to link them here as well. Just Giving, obviously that's like a crowdfunding thing for charity. So if you want to do a charity stream and you want to do it directly to a Just Giving page, you can log in with your Just Giving there. Then we've got Twitter. Link your Twitter so that you can get the bot to automatically send out tweets for you when you start, like I do. Same with Discord. You link your Discord here and you can get the bot to send the stream start messages to Discord, like mine does in the Just Chat section. That's all done when I start. The bot sends out the message and it goes straight in there. And when I get a stream deck, hopefully this month, I'm gonna get my parents to buy me one for my birthday, even though I'm an old git. If first, then this. Now these sort of hooks I don't really understand yet, but when I do, I will do a whole tutorial on that. I do not use webhooks at the moment. Stream Avatars is another website you could use. It's the one where it has little sprites running around on the bottom of the screen. Just make this a bit smaller so it's not off the bottom there. Right, and then there's Spotify, which you can link if you want to do Spotify controls within the bot. At the moment, I'd recommend not doing that because they're planning to take it away, so you'd be setting it up and putting the effort into it before, and then they could just take it away from you just like that. That's why I've moved away from the jukeboxes. If that is really something you want to do, I will go through the jukebox system a bit later as well. My Spotify is still linked, just in case I do use it, but at the moment I don't. Then at the very bottom, you've got the developer API. What this does is allows you Mixitup to access API settings like, for example, the mix play buttons. Now, this is not entirely necessary straight away, but it's always a good idea to have it linked just in case you add something that needs it, and it makes sure things work with other people's programming into I'm not even going to say the word. I can't work it out. Will you use the people on the screen one day? Are you going to commands the mods use? I will show you how the commands work. I am going to do that as well. So these services getting these all linked up before you start anything else means that when you get round to wanting to add things that these services do, they will just work. It's always best to get the basics and services set up first. Now, there is an auto hoster on here. I don't use it, but it opens a separate program. You're better off using Mixer's built-in auto hoster now, so that's almost redundant. Moderation is an important one. If you're going to stream and you don't have many active mods, the moderation system on here is quite useful. Obviously, you want Catbot on, because Catbot gets rid of people making stupid comments really easily, and you can set that up so that as people level up, they can say more. But that's built into Mixer's dashboard as well. On Mixitup, you've got all of these here. What about links? What links? Ah, that's on the moderation section, that is. So I'm going to go through this. So in here, you can build your own filtered words list up in here. So there are words I don't want people to use that are not obvious, because if you look at the community list is really strict. It is unbelievable. You can't say anything. People exempt from rules. Now, everyone in my chat that is a mod or above is exempt from all of this. I could make it higher. Partners could be exempt, but their partners are above mods now, I think, and they're exempt. The subs and everything, channel editors and staff, they're all exempt. I'm not entirely sure if it works, but I'll find out one day when a partner tries to say something in my stream, won't I? So on the chat text moderation, this is an important one for you, especially for someone like Crash who uses the voice, text to voice. If you put in here the max number of punctuation, symbols, emotes, etc., you can change the number here to a max number of, say, 50. If someone puts more than 50 emotes in chat, my bot will give them a strike. You get 3 strikes. It will give them a strike, and if they break those strikes, they will get a time. They will get banned, I believe. I think the bot automatically bans you if you break the strikes, because it whispers to you and tells you that you've got a strike. Yeah, if you put 50 emotes into a line all at once. And also there's a max caps on. I don't mind people using caps. I've got it up to, what have I got it up to? 99 capital letters. If someone's typing capital letters and it's getting that close, if more than 99% of their message is capital letters, so basically nearly all of it is capital letters, then they'll get a strike as well. I'm not very strict on the caps, but I know some people are, and they don't like the way it appears in chat as a shout, so they could be lower. Then you've got on here, you've got link blocking. Now, my bot won't let you post a link unless you are a mod or above. I can unban anybody I want. I can do that via Mixer. What the bot does, that's another thing as well. When you make your bot account, make sure that when you've made that account, you give it editor status in your channel so that the bot can do anything you need it to do.
Have a look at this.
Thanks for the host, Mr. Demon Wolf. Alright, with the link blocking, this doesn't apply strikes. You won't get a strike against your name for posting a link. It will just tell you that you can't. Mods can post links, and if you have a link that you think would be useful for the stream and you want to send a link, you can whisper it to a mod, because whispers won't get blocked, and the mod can check it, and if they think it's okay, they can post it for you. Now, there's another one here. Chat and mixed play participation. Minimum requirements. you can actually stop people from chatting in your stream if their Mixer account is less than an hour old. I'm actually going to do that. I didn't know that. There's no point making anyone exempt from that because mods are always going to... the streamer is the only one exempt because your mods are not going to have an hour old account. Now, I'm not going to get trolled by people who have made a new account just to come in and talk crap. I didn't actually know about this one, so that's a new one for me. So now I'm not going to get people making new accounts just to carry on trolling because they won't be able to chat. And they'll have to wait an hour to come back with a new account. That's actually way more useful than anything else. That's a good one. I've just learned something new. I hope you have too. Oh, Xbox messages are easy to deal with. Luckily, Xbox Live gives you that great big report button that works really, really fast if someone's an idiot. Now, strike commands. I'm actually going to do that. Reset strikes on launch. That way, if you've had strikes in a previous stream, they'll be cleared when I start again. At the bottom here, it's got commands that you can edit. So when someone gets a strike, the bot will send them the reason they got a strike, and tell them you have received a moderation strike and currently have, and how many they have. This is just to warn people that they're getting strikes for what they're doing, and it'll be the same in the second one, and then the third one. I don't know. That should be it then. So that's the basic moderation you get. Repeat offenders, if they only get 2 strikes each time they're here, then they're listening and they're paying attention. They can come back next time and try 2 again. Some people just need to get shit out. But the moderation's there, and it stops them carrying on. Yeah, because I reset each stream, they'll get a chance to try and act properly again. Let me just minimize that. But this is what the chat screen looks like. Tells you everyone who's here. It tells you everyone who's talking. Mine doesn't actually show me anymore when people join and leave, because that used to just fill it up. And that is in the settings bar up the top. On the cogwheel at the top. In settings, you have some chat settings here. You can change the color of what people are and things that are happening. Now, this top option here, show user join or leave. I've switched that off because when you switch that on, you just get a constant list of people joining and leaving over and over again. And it's always a good idea to let people lurk if they want to lurk. Obviously, Harley, yes, if someone's a constant nuisance, then the mods will do their job and they'll notice and get rid of them. So, also, the next option on here is to show event alert. So when I get sparks gifted to me in the chat, or when someone gives me embers, I'll have a great big purple line in the middle of the chat that tells me that I have received some embers, so I can see exactly who did it and how much they gave me, so I can make sure that I speak to them and thank them, because the last thing I want to do is miss someone giving me embers or being kind in any way like that. I want to make sure I can thank them, so I make sure that event alerts are on and that it's different colour to chat. I can't send myself embers, but I can show you what it looks like by pressing a button, I think. Yeah, drop some sparks and I'll show you that one. I'll show you what happens in chat. So if you drop some sparks, another event hosting, You see there when Mrs. Demon Wolf hosted, I've got a purple alert right in the middle of the screen with who did it. Sparks one doesn't come up as an event then, but the Sparks one, I get a picture of the sticker and how much you sent. So I get that in there as well. So back to the chat settings here. Mixed play alerts, these ones here, these pop up in my chat box telling me when people have pressed buttons on mixed play.
Right.
Woo! Thank you for the embers, Harley. You dumbass. That actually doesn't come up as an event either, but that I've got so many alerts set up now that that just goes off in my head anyway, so I hear it. So I get all the same things you do in chat. I just don't get the big box around the embers. I have the ember sign there instead, so I know. Thank you, Harley. Thank you very much for the embers. It's kind of used to do that just to demo something that didn't work the way I thought it did. So then you've got another list of options here that show you all the different things. You can have it here to show alerts in the dashboard so that I don't see it in chat, but I've got that switched off so I see it in chat. And then here you can switch it around so the newest chat messages at the top or bottom, depending on how you have your bot on screen. If you want it to show the most recent at the top, because that's the part of the chat box that you see and you pay attention to, then you can do it that way. I've got it at the bottom, so the most recent chat is at the bottom of the screen, so I can read it. Obviously today, because I'm going through all the options and everything on Mixitup, I can't use the Mixitup chat to read, so I've got my Mixer page open on the other screen so I can read what you're saying there. If someone self-promotes, it's up to the mods to delete it, or me if I'm paying attention and I'm quicker. Either way, it's frowned upon unless it's someone that is in chat with me or something and we're laughing and joking. They can self-promote. If it's someone I'm playing with and gaming with wants to talk about what they're doing, that is perfectly fine, as long as it's someone I know. I'd rather we didn't shame people to begin with. I'd rather we find out, delete it and speak to them and find out why they're doing it. If they keep it up, then yeah, shame them. Point them to the, delete it and point them to the rules. That's the first start. It's getting a lot better at the moment. A lot less people are doing it than used to. So I've got a couple of other chat things turned on here. Like I've got hide deleted messages on here, so that if someone deletes a message from chat, if the mods decide to delete something, say I'm playing a game that I don't want spoilers for, and someone posts a spoiler in chat, if the mods catch it before I do and delete the message, that will hide it from my chat screen so I don't see it either. Because normally it would show it with a strike through it so that I can read what's been deleted as well. I've got that on hide because if I really want to check, I can check my Mixer one, because on Mixer it will still have the strike through it and I can have a look. But in my bot, I've got it switched on, so if the mods think it's something that I don't need to read and they've deleted it, then I don't need to read it and it's gone from chat and I don't have to worry about it. I can track the number of whisperers, so I can have a number on there tracking how many people have whispered to me. So if I look at my chat and the whispers scrolled off, I've got a tracker there, tells me that someone's whispered, and I can scroll up and check it. I haven't got that turned on at the moment because I'm trying to be better at noticing stuff. If I start missing things, I will turn that back on. You can also turn on timestamps so you know how long ago someone spoke, and that'll be in your Mixitup chat as well. And I don't know what Mix Elixir alerts are, so that I don't need to turn on. Now on the bottom here, you've got allow commands to be whispered. What this means is that in chat, someone can type whisper at OrangeBot, put a space, and then do the commands, and they can whisper the commands. It'll disappear off the screen. I won't see it, and it'll have been done without me having to worry about it. What if they've been in chat following for a long time? Just because you've been in chat and following for a long time doesn't mean you can break the rules. Rules can be bent if we think it's appropriate.
No!
I cannot see if you whisper to someone else.
God, please, no! No!
Those overlays aren't going to come up right now. Let me add those overlays, the Mixitup overlays in. It works, but did the GIF come up? So these other options at the bottom. Yeah, now if you do the dead one again, it'll come up with the GIF.
Have a look at this.
I've put the overlay back on. There you go. Thank you for the host nuts. There you go. Look, there's the overlays back on. I just added those, and there's the dead one.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
So under here as well, we've got ignore your bot account for commands. So what that does is when my bot types a command on its own, like with the timer commands, they don't show up in my chat. So I don't just have a list of my bot commands, because that would just get in the way of me seeing what you guys type. Now this one is really, really, really important. Allow commands only in your channel during a co-stream. What this does is if someone else's bot types a command that has got the same command keyword as mine, it won't make my bot do the commands. It will ignore it and only do commands typed in my chat, which is really useful when you've got something like a co-stream command and it's the same as everyone else's. If your co-streamer types that command out, then it won't pop up 3 times. It will pop up just once from their chat and your bot won't do it as well. And then this bottom one of the most important ones, I think. When someone runs a chat command, the bot deletes it, so that you don't just get a list of spam commands. Like if people are playing the spin game or something, it deletes the spin command and just gives the response instead. So you don't just have a list of commands where people are playing. In your general settings, these are all up to you. Opt out of data tracking, I do, because I'm not a big fan of it. It's up to you. If you don't mind them, you can turn that off. This feature me as a Mixitup streamer, that's not active yet because they haven't got that yet. Auto login current account. Make sure this is on, just so that you can be logged in straight away and make it easy for yourself. Data tracking, it's anonymous. But what it does is they basically get information about how your bot's being used and what gets used the most, so they can update what needs to be updated. It's really useful for them, but it's not something I'm comfortable with. And then there's also this one, the update preview program. You can turn that on if you want to get the beta software and get features early, but be aware, if you're on the update preview program, you may end up with an unstable bot that crashes and doesn't work properly all the time. Also in these general options, you've got to select your default streaming software. So your broadcast software, make sure you select the one you want. Your default audio output, I've got this set as the audio output that I hear. So when it plays the audio like that dead GIF and the audio that comes with that, it plays on my PC and Streamlabs picks it up as part of the PC sound, and it makes it really easy to get it to come through the stream. You can save your chat logs. I don't, because That would be a hell of a lot of space taken up for something that I'm probably never ever going to read back unless it's really necessary. You can change the themes and colors. You can have it look different. Look, I could have an orange one with a dark background when I close that. And that will change the colors of these bars up here. I'm not going to do it now. As you can see here, where Harley clicked the sounds buttons, it's popped up with the mix it up in chat, so I know which mix it up buttons he's pressed. Always useful, always very useful, so you know what people are doing and you know who's spamming you if someone starts spamming those buttons. I'm going to put that, go back to Indigo. I'll keep it the same. Now, you've got different notification settings. I have a tiny little ding that goes up. This one here, you hit, it goes off every time someone chats just to make me look over. I've got the volume really low so it barely affects, so you guys barely hear it. That little ding there that you may hear now and again when it's quiet, that's chat. Every time someone chats or something happens in the chat stream, I hear that just to get my attention. Now, you've got other ones here, like if someone tags you in chat, you can turn that on as well. But bear in mind, because I've got it on my default audio as my same audio as the desktop that Streamlabs plays, any of these notifications will play in your stream if you do it that way. I don't use these notifications. The only one I've got is the chat message one, so that I know when you guys are talking so I can keep up with chat. We went through the chat options already. User options. We've got regular status. If someone's been in my stream for 30 hours and they've watched for 30 hours, they become a regular. I don't have any other ranks or anything. I could add ranks, I suppose. And I don't really need to. Because once someone's gone beyond 30 hours and they're a regular, I kind of know them enough to know anyway. It's up to you though. You can always use this so that you can have different levels of users, but other commands later on. But I don't differentiate between people apart from followers and non-followers basically, and mods. No, that tag sound you get in Mixer is to do with the Mixer website. It's totally different. This is stuff that I will get through mine because I have Mixer muted entirely when I'm streaming. So you can add a new role, say like a day one supporter probably would. I don't know what's these regular subscriber mod channels. I don't know what. I don't really know how they work. I don't use them, so if anyone wants to work out or knows how they work, you could always let me know. Now these Mixplay options, I have a project on Mixplay which does all of my Mixplay buttons. That project is Project A. That's why that's selected. You can select other ones, like special ones that are built in. I did not know about these, but they're quite cool. I might have to run that Apex Legends one day. We'll try that one day. What's it? Let's have a look what it looks like. I want to see what that looks like. Oh, that probably needs a restart, so that's not going to work. I might try that one day. So A is mine. Now, you can prevent unknown Mixplay users. So you know the Mixplay buttons underneath the stream.
Have a look at this.
This links them in. Thank you for the host, Moto Mitch. Welcome to school. I don't prevent anyone using the Mixplay buttons. I've got nothing on there that really is going to damage me because I've got timers on them all. Prevent smaller cooldowns from overwriting. Unnecessary, because mine are all pretty long. Excuse me, that was a bit rude. Where's the overlays one? So on the overlays one, this gives you the links for your overlays to pop up. I use this one for pretty much everything apart from the Ember one, which is my Ember leaderboard up there in the corner. I should probably move this over a bit so you can see properly. I'm actually going to turn that overlay off. Let me just go. So in the overlays one, there's overlays along here on the left. I'm just going to turn off the Ember leaderboard for now so that you guys can see what I'm doing properly. Right, so you've got your overlays one. That's your overlay links, which you will need to put into Streamlabs to make them work. Song requests here. With my Spotify linked, if I were to turn on my Spotify, it would be linked here in the song service. This allows songs with swear words. I don't limit the songs when I was using it. Thank you for the host, Shorty. When or if I ever make partner, I could have subscriber request priority. So subs would get put to the top of the list of the song requests. When you're making a Spotify link, you need to choose a playlist that's the default playlist, so that when you run out of songs, Spotify starts playing from that playlist. Just go to Spotify, click the share button on a playlist, copy the link and paste it hiccups right there. If you want the requests to start the next time you start up Mixitup bot, so that if any are missed and people haven't had their song played at the end of a stream because you've ended before it's all run out, you can turn on save request queue on exit, so that the next time you start up your stream, people's requested songs will start playing again. And you can limit the number of song requests that people can do each. I've got it limited to 10 at the moment because there were not many people using it. If I ever go back to it, I'm going to limit it to 5 because there's a lot more of you now, and it would be unfair to let someone spam the song requests. So that's how the song request stop settings work. Hotkeys here. Now, I use my hotkeys for Streamlabs, so I don't have any in here. But if you wish to have hotkeys set up, you have the type of hotkey. So you can have a chat hotkey. Yes, I would definitely bench. If I have subs, then I would have sub priorities for most things. Because that would only be fair. If someone decides they want to support the stream and I have a way of giving them priority, I think that would be totally fair. It's not something that would stop anyone could not get. If someone wants that priority, they can sub and support the channel as well, and I think that's fair that if someone takes the time out and pays money to support, they should have priority over certain things, especially with little things like song requests. Yes, she does. I turned mine off recently because I've gone to music that is safe for YouTube and stream safe music to prevent any future videos getting muted. Because if Mixer bring in any copyright protection and start muting stuff, getting takedown notices and muting notices for videos on the website, I don't want mine to be among them. I want people to be able to watch my videos and still be able to hear everything. I'm just being really cautious at the moment because that doesn't happen yet on Mixer, but I do know for a fact that it happens on Twitch. There are lots and lots of people who have got like 30 videos on their Twitch page, on their pre-recorded VODs, and you go into them, and because they've played a song that's got a copyright strike on it, their whole video is muted and all you've got is video of them playing and you can't hear a thing. I'm just being proactive and don't want that to happen, you see. Now, with these, you can have hotkeys. Set up a hotkey. So maybe you set up a hotkey for chat. For command, I could do the dead command. I can set it up as, let's say, shift 1. I add that, and then if I do shift 1, it does the command for me just like that. So you can basically use a keyboard like a Stream Deck. That will only work as a hotkey for me. If the mods use that as a hotkey, it will do something weird on their computer, not mine. But that's how you set up a hotkey. Simple as that. There are other things you can get it to do. Timer? Oh, they're my timers instead of my commands. So they're all just interactive. What's that do? Oh, look, I can set up a keyboard. Yeah, you'd have to set up your own hotkeys to make your computer type that in chat. So I could have hotkeys set up to press the mix play links, so it brings up the links of stuff for you guys to see in chat, but I don't need to do that. Next, remote approved devices. I did not know you could get a remote. I'm going to set up a remote on my phone if I can. Let's see if I can find the Mixitup remote on Android. Mixitup. Set up remote. I have got it. New connection.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming. So let's get it. You ready? Hey. So I've been out here for a minute, got me grown now. Always moving around, feel like a stranger in my hometown. You ain't really
In Mixitup, click the connect device button on the remote page and enter the 60s.
Well, things ain't go according to plan. So now I show the world I've been trying to hide. Won't act like I ain't scared to leave, but this right here's my therapy. I went through the dark and now there's light in my eyes. I just changed the way
So where's the remote page?
all I had to do is start believing.
Remote.
I made mistakes, I'm never gonna repeat it. I took a break, but now I'm never leaving. Yeah, I feel like something woke inside. Heart be working over.
That's not what I meant to do. Add a profile.
Now I'm up and more alive, so let my family know I'm fine and it's a new day. Cause there's a whole lot I gotta say. So I'ma tell the world.
Connect device.
I promise. When we're back, we gon' celebrate. Yeah, baby, save the day. So raise your glass to them better days.
I'm gonna have to get a new code. Just a second.
I know I'm gone and it's getting late, but I'll be there, baby, save the day. Cooped up, I ain't left my place in a few months. I'm going back to basics like a crew cut, feeling used up, but now I'm grew done. Grinding till I make a few bucks. Somebody do some, ayy. Yeah, I've been depressed, yeah, I've been a mess, but I guess you
This might turn my phone into a bit of a Stream Deck. This could be quite cool if it actually connects.
shades of gray and I just had to find myself. I know life is great and I just needed to remind myself. Yeah, I remember that a flower don't stay in bloom.
I finished those, didn't I?
Have a look at this.
Thank you for the host, Venom Rider. How are you doing today, my man?
I know that I just gotta focus more, and I can finally see that heaven I've been going towards with angels singing praises through these vocal cords. They wanted me to.
Okay, so now I've got Mixitup remote. And I can set up buttons here, I guess. Oh, I wonder what this does then. So if we go in that
Have a look at
profile,
this.
This my constant desire. This the sound of overcoming all those doubts in my mind. And it'll be worth it. It won't be perfect, but I'll have plaques and I'll have purpose.
New
I'll have
command.
love and I'll have family. I'll have friends that understand me. I'll have
New
a way for the
folder.
kids and a life for the rent, even though life getting shorter. One day I'll have
game commands. Let's try that.
Tell the world that I'm on the way.
I don't actually know how this works. Thanks to the host drunk one. And then on here, got game commands. So this is not very responsive. I'm going to have to look into this another time. So for now, we'll go back to doing something else. So there's a remote you can use on your phone. That's going to be pretty cool. And I'm going to use that soon. I'm going to make my phone into a stream deck of sorts. Now, we've been through chat a bit. We've been through a bit of the settings. On the channel section, in here, whenever you're in the middle of a stream or before you start your stream, you can change the title of your stream up here. And you can change the game name, which at the moment is the hashtag stream a life game thing, which we're doing on Mixer at the moment. Once you've changed it, you can also change your age rating. So this could be a family or a teen friendly one. I could probably put that on family friendly today. Or let me make it teen, because we don't know if you lot are going to swear. So we can make this a teen stream today, because I am going to do my best not to swear at all. Fair? From the channel section, if you want to raid a channel when you finish, you can search here and find new streamers by doing it like this. I don't use this. I go and look on Mixer myself and find people. If you have favorite users or favorite teams, you put them on here. I have the United Federation of Streamers, which Nico started. That is my favorite group. It's a group of all our friends, and if they choose, if my bot chooses to raid someone automatically, it will probably be someone from that group. Now on to commands. There are a lot of these. There are some complicated ones and some less complicated ones. Now, most of mine are ungrouped. I've got all these different commands that do different things. Like my co-stream command here, it's... Let's have a look at that one, for example. The co-stream one's pretty simple. The title of it is co-stream. It is... COS is the command. So if you type exclamation COS, it will bring up this command. It is... not at the right level. It should be mods. Right, okay. It has a cooldown of 60 seconds. The reason for the cooldown on this timer is so that if someone sets it off, it's not done again. The reason for this, it's set on individual, so it's just this command that gets it. So that if all of my mods do the co-stream one all at once, it doesn't pop up 7 times or something. So whoever puts the command in first, it plays it, and if other people have gone and typed it and pressed enter a second later, it's not going to pop up the co-stream command over and over again and spam the chat with the same command, because everyone was trying to do it together. Cooldowns are really important to stop spamming your chat from your own bot or from people pressing buttons when they're trying to spam you. In here, this middle bit, you can set a user rank or sparks that are required to use these things. Now, obviously, for the co-stream one, I don't want it to cost my mods anything to use it, but if I did, I can turn on the currency requirement. I can select what it is. It can be the currency from my stream, shots, and it can cost them shots to use the command, but I don't want to do that. That's not fair. You can also turn on rank requirements. And inventory requirements. So this isn't a sparks cost one. This is... Where is the sparks cost gone? I don't know. This is one for ranks within your chat. This one here, user threshold. This means that to make this happen, a minimum number of users has to do the command. So if I had one like, I had a dance party command, for example, like the sort of thing that Preacher does, I could have it on here so that nothing happens if only one person wants it to happen. But if, say, I typed in here, required users 10 over the space of 30 seconds. If 10 people typed in the command over that 30 seconds, all of a sudden that command would activate. And if not enough people did it in the time limit, it wouldn't happen. So this is a good way to do it for big over the top actions. If you've got something that changes the screen, starts massive music, really loud sounds, and just blows up the whole screen and blows up chat, this will require 10 people trying to get it to happen all together in 30 seconds. But because I don't need that on this one, they can be set to 0. There you go, you got that. And then you got special commands here. So for mine, because my bot deletes my commands once they're run, if I wanted this command in particular not to be deleted, I could override that by turning on don't delete chat command when run. And if I wanted it to show in the chat, I could show that, and it would pop up in chat to tell me it's been done.
Wait, hold on, Spose. What if my mom hears this?
Now in the chat command itself, this one I've gone to here and I've gone add an action. I've selected chat message and I've clicked the plus button, and it's given me this box up here to add the command. In this command, I've chosen for this one to be sent, so when someone does a co-stream command, it sends it so it looks like I've typed it in chat. That's what the send a stream box means. And on here it will say go and check out my friends in the co-stream, and then you've got an identifier here, the special identifier $ co-stream users. Now we've got here the special identifiers. All of these things, special identifiers here, are things that make Mixitup bot type out something from the information that you're giving it. So for example, the co-stream ones should be, where are they? In the users bit? It's not in the users bit. Where is the co-stream ones? Weird. Is it under general? Nope. That. So you could have a special identifier here. So you could have $ date and time, and the command will play that write that in chat. I just don't know where. Where's the co-stream users one? Anyway, what I'm trying to explain here is this page here, special identifiers, means you can type this in and Mixitup will grab the information for you without you having to change it for each individual situation. So in this example, that is the co-stream user, so you don't have to write out your co-stream users' names. Mixitup will literally look at your stream, look who you're co-streaming with, and it will type out who's there, and it will do it automatically for you. Another basic one I've got is the Discord one. So on here, it's the same as the other one, just with Discord as the titles, and it just says join my Discord and gives you the link to the Discord. And when that comes up, it just does that, and it pops up in chat straight away, just like that. So those two are pretty simple ones. We've got another one here, like the Joey command used to be a command before it was a Mixitup button, and what that did was when this command was used, it brought up an overlay And the overlay on here, I selected the type of overlay from this list here, and I selected image. Overlay to use. If I was doing it so that it actually worked, I would choose that one because that's the one for my stream, the croc one. At the moment it's on default because I don't use it. I'm actually going to delete this command when I'm finished because it's already in my Mixitup buttons. But on here you can literally choose the size of the image after you choose your image from here by going to browse and selecting your image. You can change the size of the image as it pops up there. Then thank for the spark, Simply. You can decide on the position to the exact pixel for these images to pop up. So on here I had it set left 250 position, so that's 250 pixels away from the left edge of the screen. And top pixel position, so the top of the picture was 580 pixels away from the top of the screen.
Have a look at this.
Thank you for the host. Simply dropping in with her community too. How are you all doing? In this right hand side you've got how long the picture stays up, the image, so that was set for 2 seconds back then. You can have an animation here that what sort of animation you get for the picture to arrive on screen. Now I will do bounce in, up, and bounce out, down. That's not the same command, whoever did that. I can't see at the moment. Whoever did that, that's actually in my Mixitup command, so that's been edited differently. The one I'm editing at the moment is an old command that I used to have to press the button for. So I had these animations set up for, I didn't have any animations set up before, but I've just added bounce in up and bounce out down. The picture lasted 2 seconds, let's change it to 4. Then obviously the sound that you heard, how are you doing, that was added from here.
Have a look at this. Have a look at this.
The host Sue, thanks for the host Knight Rider. So I selected my sound, the how you doing sound. I changed the default output, so it's the output that comes through. I can choose any of my other things on, but these won't come out of Streamlabs if they're not on the default. And the volume of the sound on there as well in that option. So because this was an old command, this came up like I had to type it in and do all this when I didn't have mix play buttons. But now I've added the animation for bounce up, in, up, and bounce out, down. This is what happens. This is the animation.
How you doing?
Let me set it back to the proper overlay. So when I put it on the proper the overlay that I'm actually using, when it happens,
how you doing?
Bounces up, and then it goes and it bounces down. But that command I don't need anymore because it's on my mix play, so I could delete commands with the little trash can next to here. I can just literally delete it. That command is gone. I don't need that command anymore. What we got the shout out command. Now this one is a little bit more complicated than the chat commands. So the shout out command, I've added each of these actions individually. So I started with the first overlay one. So I would have gone to actions and I would have gone to overlay and selected that, and that would have popped this one in. I selected an image for it and I selected the overlay that I want to use, which is the one that I actually use on stream, so it pops up over my stream. I selected the image that I wanted. I would have gone in there and found it, and once I've got the image I want to drop in, I went and found out the size of the image and made sure it was the default size, the same size as the image was when I created it. If it's too large, you can change the size of it in Mixitup without actually having to edit the image and make it smaller. So you can choose the size you want it to be. So what this top overlay one was, you can play each individual part of these commands, by the way, so that you can see what they each do. This one in particular, I had it set. I've now moved it all up to the top corner of the stream. So I've used this simple arrow here, means that I can just choose out of 9 spots on the screen. Just make it easy on myself. Click the top arrow, that one goes in there, it bounces in and it bounces out, and it lasts for 6 seconds. And that is for this part of the overlay. It's literally just that box for the shout outs. That is all that overlay part is that box. Now that was the start. So after that, I wanted to make sure that when that comes in, I want it to come up in chat that, hey, you should give so-and-so a follow. They were last seen playing, and these are the special identifiers, you see. So this one is special identifier for the person that I'm shouting out. Give them a follow. They were last playing, and then you can go with the targeted username over here. You can also have the targeted user game, and the user game is the last game they were playing on Mixer, and it will tell you they were playing it. And then in chat, I also want to give them a link, so you can do the target user URL. If one of the mods wants to do it, shout out somebody in chat, anybody you want, and it will pop up this part. It will do the full thing. It will do the whole thing on the screen, but it will also do the whole chat thing, because if I do it, it will just say my own name. So obviously it does the whole thing on screen. Whoa, wait a minute. What's going on here? No, that's right. Sorry, that is right. What's on there? But what? I've got a load of embers here. When did that happen? When did Combat Wombat drop in and give me embers?
Have a look at this.
Hey, thanks for the host, Jamie. Sorry, I've just got to check something. Someone's given me embers and I wasn't here when it happened.
Have a look at this.
Thank you for the host Venom and Jamie and Colt Zone. How you all doing? So anyway, let's get back to it. Combat Wombat, if you're there, thank you so much for those embers, dude. It never registered. We're doing good, Jamie. I know Harley, he's the weekly leader, and I don't remember him dropping embers this week. When did that happen? Hey, look everyone. Jamie's introduction thing came up from the bot, and it worked, and it said his name. So yeah, so this is the chat with the identifiers in it that comes up when you do the shout out one. On top of that, because you don't want just a blank little banner that comes up on the screen, I added on here another overlay. This one brings up their avatar, so you go to the overlay type image, make sure you've got it set. You'll be able to I'll be able to download it on my VODs, and I can send it to you if necessary. But this information, Sparky, I've set up a Discord section for help, and one of the sections is Mixitup, and I actually need to move. Speaking of that, I need to move one of the channels in Discord. At the bottom of the Discord, there is actually a whole help and advice section now where people could ask questions. Right, so to make sure that it brought, instead of having to download everybody's individual usernames and all of their like avatars and stuff, when you link an image in this part of the overlay, you can select this identifier here, $ target user avatar. So you make it the size you want it to be here, and it actually brings up their avatar directly from Mixer. Select here where you want it to be, where you want it to show up. So I've moved it around so that it shows up on that banner at the top. You give it a timer, how it comes in, how it comes out, and then you've got an animation while it's playing if you want it to, but I didn't want it to be moving around while the banner was up. So what that does, that brings up someone's avatar in that position. That's my one because it was me that pressed the button. Then after that overlay, I've also got the next bit. So I've got it set up as text this time instead of an image. And I've got it selected for the correct overlay. Make sure always that it's the correct overlay that shows on the scene you want it to show on. Then in there it says checkout and the target username. So when I press that one, that comes up with my name. Checkout Orange Croc. That say Orange Croc? Yeah, I can barely see that screen. So that does that, and then underneath that one I wanted it to say a little bit more about the person, and then it says what the last game they played was. So I've done another text one. I positioned it slightly lower than the last one, and I put $ user game, so it shows that user's game instead that they last played. I'm pretty sure that might be wrong actually. No, I think that should be target user. Target user game. Yeah, because that's target user avatar. Target username, and then it should be target user game. There you go, guys. That's why my shout outs have been saying that everybody plays Call of Duty. That's that fixed. Lucky we're going through this really, because I'm fixing my own ones. And then the very last one, it just says underneath, give them a follow. And when you put them all together, it comes up like that, and you should give Orange Croc a follow. All of you should give Orange Croc a follow. So that was one of the more complicated commands that we set up. It took a little while to get those right the first time we did this. Me and Jamie spent ages messing about with this bot one night. 6 hours. 6 hours just pissing about with this bot and setting stuff up. Now, obviously, you've got those commands. These are all the ones in the command section, the ones you have to type out. So these are all stuff that are typed out in chat, commands typed in chat. For example, like the dead ones and the kaboom. There's ones like this that just do that. So they just pop up on chat. They're all ones that have to be typed in chat. I can obviously now set up hotkeys for them, which is going to be really cool. But those are all typed commands. Now there's another set of commands that you can use. In events, you have this entire list of events here about what happens in your stream. So that if these things happen in your stream... Headshot. If these things happen in your stream, the bot will automatically do a command for them. So, for example...
Have a look at this.
Thank you for the host, Bongo. For example, when my stream starts, I've got a command set up that does stuff for me when my stream starts so that I don't have to type out and press loads of buttons and go and do my tweet all at once. So what I've got in here First thing it does, I press start stream, go live. Stream comes up, everything's there. And in my chat, my bot types out a message from me welcoming everybody to the stream, so I don't have to type it out every day. Nice simple chat message. It does that as soon as the stream starts. It types it out for me and puts it in chat, and that's when you get this one. Nice and simple one, but at the same time as doing that, my bot also
Have a look at this.
does this. I went down here and I added an action, and I scrolled down and I found Twitter. I clicked on Twitter, and then you have your options for Twitter here. You can go to here, you can go update your name on Twitter or send your tweet. So I send my tweet on Twitter. Thanks for the host, sure. And then on here, I've got the basic settings here for what I want my tweet to send. So what it does, it says, it's a basic template. It says my stream is starting now. Today I am in, and then to make sure that it hashtags the game that I'm playing, tries to, I've put a hashtag there, and then I've got the target there, the special identifier of target streamer user game. So streamer user game means that Mixitup bot targets what I'm doing and me and not any other user. So even if someone else uses this command, it will always say what I'm doing, or it'll be an identifier for me as the streamer. So it will say I am in, then it will say the game or section I'm in. Like today I'm in the hashtag streamer life section, and it will say section of Mixer, so people know where I am on Mixer and what I'm doing. It will then do a hashtag with the stream title. Normally I will use my stream title will be hashtag UK, but sometimes I will want to put, say, a clickbait type hashtag in there, and the first word I use in the title of my stream will be something that's like really going off on Twitter. Like if I went and found what was trending on Twitter, I could use the first word, like the trending hashtag, as the first part of my stream title, and that would bring my tweet up when people click on this trending hashtag, even if it has nothing to do with it, which is a bit weird, but I could do that if I wanted to, because by putting the hashtag in this command here, when it tweets it, it will hashtag it on Twitter as well. And then on top of that, I've added an image URL to my tweets, so the tweets come up with the streamer user game image, so it comes up with the game image from the section that I'm using. So I mean, if you've seen the Twitter posts, it comes up with this message and it comes up with the picture, and that picture is drawn directly off of the section on Mixer, so it pulls it straight off the Mixer webpage. There's another bit that I do as well. You obviously in chat on Discord, you see it when I start, it pops up with the same sort of thing on Discord, and this is why I told you that you need to link all your accounts to the Mixitup bot at the start. You choose down here, you go to your action, you find the action. Oh look, there's a Discord action, so you select Discord action and you add that, and you get this box here with your options. Now I've set it up here to send a message. You can, I don't know what these do, I'm guessing mute yourself in Discord, which I don't know why you want to do it, but I've got it set to send a message in Discord. I choose the chat channel because it's linked to my server. I can choose whichever channel I want it to be in, but I've set it to just chat because I know that's where you got to spend all your time, so I figured why not, I'll have it in just chat, so while they're in the middle of a conversation, if I start a stream, they'll know about it and they can come and have the chat in chat instead. They just come and have the chat in the stream chat instead. Get people involved. So the same way I had it set up on Twitter, I've got exactly the same thing, except because it's Discord, I've started it off with a hey at everyone. So I know most people suppress the at everyone tag, but it's one of those things, it's an important part of the Discord server is my streams. So I've got the at everyone in there. I didn't know that, Jamie, but mine literally only goes off at the start anyway. So I've got the same sort of thing in there. I've got the same message basically as on Twitter, except because of the way that actually, has my Twitter got my yeah, I've got my URL in the Twitter one. Yeah, so I've got the URL one there. That'll bring up the URL thing on Discord, and it also has a link for the URL for the image that I want on there, so it posts the image in the Discord as well. Then, one important thing that I have not said yet: when you do a command and build it, make sure you save it. Don't just close the box up here. When you finish making a command, press the save button. Whew, that would have been a shitty tutorial if I hadn't told you that. So obviously I've just shown you how that channel start one does, and you've seen how I set up the shout out one. Now with the shout out one, I had the streamer avatar and the stream name, and I've done it all with identifiers and everything. Now I also had overlays for individual things written on there. With my follow events, so when someone follows me and you get that pop up for the follow, like this.
Oh, crikey!
That bit on there where it says new follower is not actually an additional overlay. I made myself an image for each event. So this first overlay, when you get a new follow, I've got a follow banner image that is just for follow. So that banner actually has the writing on it already as part of the image, because it means that it pops up at the same time as the banner. It's one of the issues I've had with doing commands and stuff on Mixitup is that when you do multiple overlays at the same time, they don't always pop up together. So if I play this, for example,
oh, crikey!
They will pop up at the same time, but sometimes you'll get a delay, and that background image and the Steve Irwin bit might pop up, and then the writing won't pop up for another second, and it will pop up separately. Now I wanted the image and the bit that says new follower to make sure they pop up together, so at least when it pops up people know what it is. Now with this one, it's got the chat thing. As some of you might remember, when you followed, I've got it set up so that it also gives you a link to my Discord, but I've got it set up so that it doesn't pop up in chat, so you don't get a Discord link every time someone follows me. What it does is I've clicked this whisper button here. This turns the chat command into a whisper, and it only whispers it to the person who follows me. So you don't all get spammed with Discord links, but everyone who follows gets a link to the Discord so they can come and join us and chat with us when we're not streaming. That this whisper button here is really important if you want to make sure that your chat doesn't get spammed with stuff. If you've got stuff that you only want the person who it's targeted at gets the message, you can have your bot whisper commands to people. Now each of these overlays here, what I did, I built one for the follow command, and once I'd built it, I went down here to export actions to file, and I exported that command with everything on it out of Mixitup, and then when I went to, say, the hosted one, I went in here, and instead of just writing it all out again and doing it separately, I went here, right at the bottom, import actions from file. So I imported my follow alert back in, and then I went individually through these and edited them a bit. Obviously, the host one, It's got, if someone hosts me, it has the Discord thing as well. So the person who hosted me gets a message, hey, come join my Discord. I'm actually going to delete that because people hosting me don't need that. I forgot about that. So that one can go. So you're no longer gonna get that weird whisper when you host me. That must have been weird. I never noticed that because I don't host myself. I don't host myself, so I never saw it, and I never knew it was wrong, and no one told me. So once I'd imported the settings from the follower thing, it came down to this. I had to change the banner, the background banner on mine. Obviously, it had new follower built into the banner, so I changed it to my other one, which is my host banner. So all I did was change the image. The sizes were the same, and then I've got the new image with new host. But the thing, what this does is makes it easier to add this extra thing. Because I imported it, all I have to do is go into the overlay. The username's going to stay the same. I still want it to say the person's username. So you get the new host and then the person's username. So I didn't even have to change the text overlay. All I changed was the sound, because my host sounds are different, because it's the have a look one instead.
Have a look at this.
Instead of the crikey one. So I just changed the sound, left all the other settings the same. And then the final overlay change, I would change the image from the Steve Irwin turning to the Superfan one for the host. So that then when we get this one, we play this and the host comes up and it's got the Superfan thing, and that's it. And that is basically an edited version of my follower one instead of remaking the whole thing.
Have a look at this.
Now there's this whole list here of all the different things that happen on your stream. You've got the stream start, stream stop. So on the stream stop one, it's a really simple one. It's just a chat message that says goodbye and thank you to everyone. Actually, going to put one extra thing in here. What I'm going to do is when this ended one comes up, I'm going to put, please stick around for a minute and show some love to a hosted channel. So I've just changed that now, so when I end the stream, that's going to come up in chat and say please stick around, just to show some love to the person I host. That's how easy it is to edit a chat command. That's pretty cool. Now obviously I haven't got subscriptions on mine because I'm not a partner, but you've even got an option on here for an event, so when someone subscribes you get a sub event as well. I'm not going to show you all this one though, because you're all going to see it when you sub to me when I'm a partner, and not before. Now one of the more complicated ones we did, and one of the reasons I moved my overlay around on my stream to make sure that it was behind me and in front of the game, was the Ember Hype one. The Ember Hype one has two of these smoke gifts that come up on the sides. The first time we did it, went over the top of me. And we moved it so that it was behind me, so it's like that. Now the Ember one was a little bit more complicated because we had to add the smoke on the right and the smoke on the left separately. and had to position them individually so they're in the right place. We added the sound, which I'm sure you've all heard by now because I tend to mimic it when I get embers.
Right.
Woo! And then because I wanted it to do Ember Hype in the chat as well, I added the Ember Hype thing that comes up like that. But what I did was I duplicated that with this button here. And I duplicated it 4 times so that the Ember Hype thing pops up 4 times in chat when we get embers, so that it gives a little bit of hype and everybody notices and everybody can see what's going on. Because I really do appreciate it when people do that, and I want to make sure that it makes a scene. It's a big thing when someone decides they're gonna support the channel, and it has to get the attention of everybody to show that there's someone out there that has decided that, hey, look, I want to support this, and those people deserve a shout out of some sort. And then you've got the overlay here where the image comes up with the Ember banner saying there's been an Ember drop, and obviously that's got the Ember drop bit on it already built in because it's a pre-made one. It's not got separate text for the word Ember drop. And then the final part of it is the person's username, to make sure the person gets recognized. It puts the username with the target identifier here. Of the because it's not a target, because it's the person who dropped embers becomes the user of that command. You put $, username, and when that all pops up together like this,
Right.
it comes up with the username, and because I press the button it's got my name on there. But what that does is when someone drops embers, it has their username front and center on the stream, just to show the appreciation. And with the introduction of embers, there are a lot less Streamlabs donations now because the embers work so well. But don't ever forget that, because some people don't like to use embers and want to do that via the Streamlabs route, and make sure you've got something on there for them as well, because they're just as important, because they're also supporting your stream. And my stream donation one does exactly the same. It pops up, but it has a money drop because people are raining cash. It's a slightly different one. And obviously you've got a whole another list of stuff, like you've got all the different things, events that can happen in your chat, all these things. You can make a command that happens at any time any of these things happen, and it's entirely up to you which ones you do, but it gives you the option to have automated commands when something happens in your stream. And we had a lot of fun doing this particular one here. This one was special. Just to we did this one.
Hey. Whoa.
Someone got banned.
Yo.
But we decided we didn't want to call out their name. We didn't want to give them any extra attention. We just wanted people to know that probably you noticed what was happening in chat when someone gets banned. You probably see what they're doing, being idiots. And instead of shouting out their name, we just put a great big overlay on the screen that says, that idiot got banned. So you all know that that idiot who was being dealt with in chat has been banned and dealt with, and that's what happened. So obviously you've got all these other ones here that you could use. You can choose what you want to do. They got the boot, that's right. You can choose which events you want a command to happen with, and that's probably the best thing about the events section, is it makes it automated and you don't have to worry about things, and you can just get it done, and it can all be done in Mixitup instead of having overlays from Streamlabs alerts or alerts from other programs. You can get it all done in Mixitup with all your other commands. After the events list, you've got the mix play buttons, which is a whole different story. I mix it up. I'm still not completely 100% with. Mine is what it is, and changing it takes forever because it's done on the website and it's a really bad UI. I'm not going to go through that right now, but there are YouTube videos you can learn how to do Mix It Up. And once you've done Mix It Up, you have commands for each individual button here, and you can set up your commands for what they do. Obviously, some of you have seen my affiliate links ones. Each individual button on that affiliates link, all my gear that I use, after I've set up all the buttons in the awkward Mix It Up UI, I have to come here, go into the section of that I've got the buttons in, find the button here, edit the command, and get it to do something, so that when they press that button, it does what it needs to do. On here, obviously, with my affiliate links, when you press the button, everybody in the stream doesn't want to see what you're pressing and the links. So the person who presses it gets a whisper with the link, with the affiliate link to the item, so they can go through that way. And that keeps it from the mix play button spamming chat. Also, obviously I've got the soundboard. While we're on that, Jamie, yeah, what? I'm gonna need to go make a coffee, but yeah. CD keys do what? Oh, what an affiliate program. Oh, cool. That'd be interesting. I'll have to look into that. So other parts of the mix play buttons, obviously I've got my soundboard on there and they do different things. And just like the other commands, in your thing here, when you press the button, it does this. I chose a sound for it to play. And what I've set up is so that the soundboard doesn't get spammed. When the sound button is pressed, the whole scene, the whole soundboard gets cooled down for 60 seconds, so someone just can't go through and press all the sound buttons at once. Once one's been pressed, it'll be a minute before someone else can go and hit the soundboard, and it just means that the stream doesn't get spammed with sounds from trolls. Cooldowns are important. On that note, I need a cooldown. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, it's me. Oh, all right, yeah. So cooldowns are important. Remember them, and always remember this up here, because the soundboard is for everybody. The user role selected is user, so everyone can use it. On that note, I am going to be right back. And I will see you shortly. I'm just going to make a coffee.
Have a look at this.
All right, that's me back. That is the wrong scene. It's that one I want. So used to going back to the game scene. All right, so we've had a look at commands and how to build them and everything, and a little quick look at the soundboard that comes up for my mix play. Then after mix play, you've got a timers section. Now what this does, you may have seen every now and again a chat message. I changed the scene with Streamlabs. That's a whole different thing. I've got hotkeys on my keyboard for my scene changes on Streamlabs. All my F1 to F12 buttons are different scenes on my on Streamlabs. And I've got hotkeys. For example, if I go to the Be Right Back screen with videos on it, it mutes the music from the from my desktop, so that you hear the music in the video and only that. And then when I go back to my live screen, it unmutes. Hey, welcome back, Teflon. I've just had a look at the hashtag Streamer Life section on Mixer, and this is the only Streamer Life stream today. They're doing this for the whole month of May. They've set it up so that, to do a Streamer Life thing, and no one else is doing it. So, what an underutilized thing to do. I'm pretty sure they're promoting this on the front page as well, aren't they? The Mixer Streamer Life. Well, they said they were going to be, but they're not. They got how to do it, but not actually promoting the channels. They've not really thought this through. So let's get on to the timers section. So the timers section, you'll notice my bot now and then posts up my links for my Discord and everything and my socials. Now that is all in the timers group. So what it does, for example, this add favorite one, my timers come up at an interval of every 5 minutes with a minimum of 5 messages between them. So if chat's quiet, the bot won't put the timer up and spam chat. Now I've got an add favorite one. This is one of them. So what it does, one of the timers that comes up is it says feel free to add me on Xbox Live. It tells you my gamer tag is Orange Croc, and remember to add me as a favorite so you never miss the stream. Now this timer is done by the bot on its own, so I don't have to think about it. It just does it. And it's as simple as that. That was a simple command. At the bottom here as well with the timers, for example, when I'm co-streaming with Crash and he has the text to voice thing on, bots really get on his nerves, and I can see why, because what happens is his bot reads out everything my bot says. So I've got one simple button down here where I can just click that, turns off all my timers, and my bot stops typing in chat for stuff that Crash doesn't need to hear. And it just makes it nice and clean in a co-stream, so you can turn them on and off as you please. I mean, I'm sure most of my timers are chat timers. They just say something in chat, but then there's the more complicated one, which I'm sure some of you have seen, which is when the merch one comes up. When you get the little link in the chat for merch, it pops up another advanced command where it pops up the stuff on the screen above me. And that's just like all the follower ones. We added an overlay with the background and everything, and the image on it is literally a GIF I made. Final one, yeah, is literally just a GIF that I made of a few of the items on the store turned into a GIF rotating out and in, and it plays the GIF, and it's as simple as that. So when it comes up, it just pops up and the GIF plays and it shows a couple of items. Something simple, and what it does is it means I don't have to go on about merch and everything. It doesn't sound forced. It just pops up, it shows it there, and if someone's interested, they see it and they can click the link, and it doesn't distract from anything else that's going on. I thought that was a good one to put in the timers, because it doesn't come up all the time. It pops up every now and again, and if someone spots it and they want to look, they can. But one of the other advantages of Mixitup bot is no matter where you put these commands within the bot, if they're in the timers, if they're in the mix play buttons, if you want to use that command outside of its normal usage, all you have to do is go and find it on Mixitup, find the button you want, find which command you want it to do, and press the play button on that command, and the bot will play the command. The hoodie is cool. Where's my hoodie? Where is my hoodie? There's my hoodie. Oh yeah, you can get an apron as well. The apron's cool, Coop. There's also the special edition ones on there. The special edition, the nice driving ones. You can't really see that properly because it's green. Which is that one. Actually, that hat there. Because it's got green on it, it doesn't show up with my green screen very well. But there's nice driving ones, especially for Forza. I wasn't showing off the merch, I was trying to use that as an example of what the timers are good for. They're good for putting up stuff that you want to be people to see regularly, but you don't want to have to remember about it and post it up, and you don't want it overwhelming chat all the time. So the timers give you an option to get a list of things that you want up there, like all the different information about the channel that you want, that can just pop up in chat every now and again. And with those, you can give, if you don't have a very busy chat, you can make sure the minimum messages are a little bit higher, so that you don't end up with loads and loads of bot messages on your chat. I used to have mine set to 15-minute intervals and 15 messages, so that it didn't just get scrolled down with bots. There was a lot of times where I'd be playing and I'd look over at my chat and all it would just be my bot. One message saying hi. I've missed it. I didn't say hello back. The person's gone, and then it's just my bot. And it was, when you come into a channel like that, it's disheartening, because you come in and you think, well, what's going on here? No one's talking. It's just his bot talking to him. And it can get really distracting, because every time the bot goes off, you're looking over at your chat. Oh, it's only my bot. And it gets a little bit disheartening as well. It's really easy to lose sight of what you need to do when you only see your bot over and over and over again in chat. It does get harder to stream, because you've got to push past it and remember, look, some people will come back, some people don't want to chat. You've just got to keep going. Yeah, Coop will always be here. Right, when you set up, we glossed over a little bit how you set up song requests earlier. Now, there's a lot of other things on here that don't get used, like action groups. Never used it, don't know what it is. Thank you, Coop. Obviously, we've got the currency here, the shots, which if you edit your currencies, you've got a rate here. You name them, you make it your primary, and the online rate is custom. Thank the host, Venom. You guys get 10 shots every 30 minutes if you're in chat while I'm live. And then also, if I've got the bot open while I'm hosting someone, which I generally do in the evening straight after the stream, I've got a custom amount there. If you're still in my chat, or you're on the page with the host on my screen watching the hosted channel, you'll get another five shots every 60 minutes while I'm not even online. Now, within your currencies, you can add bonuses. So say I wanted subs to earn more, which I probably will do. My sub bonus would be, say, an extra 5 per hour, or an extra 5 on top of each of these. So you'd get 15 for online and 5 for offline. And I don't, the mods aren't getting a bonus. They should be here anyway. They should be here long enough to earn it. That's not true, Harley. Harley, that's not true. Not everybody can afford to support streams they like. They can support it by being there, which is just as big an amount of support. It is so much easier to stream when you've got someone in your chat that is active and you get on with them and you can bounce off of the people in chat. It is just as important as any other type of support, if not more important, for my sanity. And you know my sanity is fragile. Oh, I should probably... Yeah. I'm going to... 100 shots for following. Extra 10 shots for hosting. And an extra 500 for anyone who subs when I finally get subs. Finally. But yeah, so I can do all that and save that. That's... I've just edited my shots thing a little bit, but hey, it's all there. And the currency can be used when you do giveaways. On the giveaway section, you can set it on here to followers only. You can set the giveaway up to be subs only, mods only, editors only, or I could do a giveaway just for myself. I'll just give away stuff to myself. I don't know why that's on there, but it's there. But you can, this is a really simple setup for giveaways. You can put in here the title of what you're giving away. Comes up on here. Total time is how long you've got to enter. How many reminders in that time, and the max number of entries per person. And on the command here, that is the command for the person to enter the giveaway. Make sure you tell them what it is. You can have a cooldown period. If there's more than one entry per person, you can have a cooldown of 10 seconds so they can't just spam the button. I can't at the moment, but I will do. When I can afford to, I will be giving away merch. That'll be one of the things I do give away. If I get partner, I will do a merch giveaway. How about that? If I get partner, I will do a giveaway for, say, I don't know what's on there. Maybe hats. What do people like the most on the merch store? Even in the giveaway section, anyway. The merch is a timer command, I think. Does that work? No, it doesn't. I don't think it's a proper command. Anything other than a hat. We'll work it out. I'll work out what we're going to give away. We'll do something if I get partner. Arlie wants it to be a hoodie because it's about to get... It's coming up to winter in Australia now, whereas all of us are coming up to summer and no one wants a hoodie. I'm pretty sure you can buy it and have it shipped anywhere. I will set goals. I will set goals eventually, but at the moment it is just one of those things. But yeah, on the giveaway, when the giveaway starts, you can edit it so that it tells people that the giveaway is starting, what the giveaway item is. You can edit this to say what you want it to. Same with when a user joins, you can have it here. I've got it set to whisper, so when someone joins, it whispers to them and tells them they've joined, and it doesn't just spam chat with people joining. And then when the winner is selected, it tells, it shouldn't be a whisper, it should tell everybody that they've won, that who's won. actually going to add something to this one right now. I'm going to put target username as a chat message. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that so it spams chat a bit when someone wins. So when someone wins now, it's going to do this. Spam chat when a giveaway ends. So that's how the giveaway bit works. I always win. I always win. You know that, look. You even got a button for it.
He's the winner, and you've all lost. He's the winner, and you've all lost.
That hasn't got a cooldown on it, is it? Or it has, and I pressed it and you did it at the same time. There's a few other cool features on Mixitup bot. Now, one that I don't really use at the moment because we don't have massive queues of people trying to play, but if there was loads and loads of people wanting to play and we didn't have enough space in the game, I can set up a game queue. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable this up now. In chat, if you guys start typing !join, it will start adding you to this game queue for the next people, and that will be a queue of people who are going to play next. See that there's Jamie popped up, cute dude, and that gives me on my bot a list of people who wanted to join the game, and it tells me the order that they joined in. And that way I know who wants to play, and I can keep track of everybody who wants to play, and first come, first serve. This is also another section where you can click sub priority. So if I get partnered, I can click sub priority, and it means that subs get first choice. So if a sub clicks join, but someone who's not sub clicks join, it will stick the subs at the top. Yeah. It would stick the subs at the top. And clear the queue and disable that for now. But that's another way to keep track of who wants to play, and if you're doing games where people play with you on the day, that can be the way to do it. Now, I'm probably gonna, depending on what we do with sub Sundays or mod Sundays, we're going to set this queue up for the mods on Sunday, so you guys can pick the game we play. And if people want to play different games, we can set up a queue, so you can, whoever gets there first can join the queue, and the person at the top of the queue can pick the first game we play. And that can be a queue we use to order who chooses the game that day, so we can play a lot of different games on Sundays if you want. Then if you all want to play different games, we can do it that way. I really enjoyed Sunday, by the way. Playing Sea of Thieves with Venom and Bench was an absolute blast, and that has made me want to do mod Sundays. Obviously, when it gets to a point where there's subscriptions and stuff, we might change it to sub Sundays, and subs get first choice. I'll do a follower day probably as well, but at the moment this game queue is going to be a way that I'll be able to just keep track of who wants to play and in what order they joined, and who, because obviously the people who get there first are going to want to play first. Now, that's the game queue. There's also games on the bot that you can add. This one, obviously, I've only got spin and heist set up at the moment. Not many people use it, but that's one of the things that's there. If you're a mod, a sub, and a follower, you can play every day that we do it. I can add new games to this, you see. And it's got a list of game types we can choose. What games shall we add? Should we add Duel? We'll add the Duel. We've added the Duel. Shots. So be shots. Minimum of 10, maximum 1,000 shots. And I can even... I've just noticed on here, I can make it easier for subs to win. And make it easier for mods to win. I want to. But at the moment, it's a 50-50 on all of them. So let's save that. There is now a Duel on there. So you can type exclamation Duel. D-U-E-L. Put a space. Put a person's name in. And then put an amount. E-L, Harley. So I have to type in chat Duel to accept that. What's going on there? Why? Bench. Oh, you can't. Apparently, you can't duel me then, Jamie. Is that right? Coop type exclamation duel to challenge him back. Cooper defeated Harley at his own game. Ha 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 ha. So I'm going to put a cooldown on the duel. Individual. It's going to be a 30-second cooldown so it doesn't just get spammed all the time. So that's in there. The spin one is going to have a 30-second one as well. Per person. And I think the dual one, I'm going to put the timers per person as well. So that you can all do it, but you can't just keep spamming on your own. The heist one needs a timer, individual, for 60 seconds, because the heist is a pain. But that's how you add games. Now, on to song requests. Song requests, obviously I'm not using, but we went through it a bit earlier in the settings. So when you went to the settings here and went to song requests, you set up the thing that you're using, Spotify, YouTube, with the account linked in the services bit of the menu bar on the left that we did at the start. You set up your playlist in here, and you set up the maximum song requests. So that was the settings for that. And then once you've done that, in song requests, when you start your stream, you have to come to the song request section and you have to click enable. You will need to start Spotify before you enable song requests. Spotify must be open and playing a song first, or it won't do it. And then you can add your commands here. So when a song is added, you get a message saying the song has been added to the queue. I left all of these as default. You can change the volume of the songs in here and the play and skip buttons and ban buttons for songs on here. Once you've set all that up, you will need to go into your command section and go to your music section here, and you can edit your set bits here. So you've got things like the current song. So if someone wants to see what song's on, you've got exclamation song. The next song, so you can see what's up next, is exclamation next. The skip song, exclamation skip if a song's no good. That one has got permissions of mods only on mine, and a timeout of 30 seconds, so that a mod can skip it, but if multiple mods press the skip command at the same time, it doesn't skip more than one song. And then you've got the song request one you have to set up here. You choose your command for it and let everybody use it. And you can also set up a cost. You can set up a cost for that particular one. So you can go into here and you can choose how much it costs if you want them to chart, if you want to use up your currency to do a song request. Obviously I had a volume 1 on mine as well, so my mods could change the volume, and you can edit the command in here using the volume 1. That was set up for mods as well on mine only, so that it couldn't have the music absolutely blaring set up by any troll that wanted to do it. But that was also a 10-second cooldown so that people didn't start bouncing the volume up and down all over the place. You let someone try it and then 10 seconds to see if it was right before they could change the volume again. Then there was one last command that I added that I thought was really necessary. If you requested a song and the bot told you the song that you had requested and it wasn't the right song, you could just type exclamation wrong and it would remove that song from the queue, and you wouldn't have to get me to do it or get a mod to do it. You could just remove the song yourself. Right. I've been through a lot of the stuff that's on here. There's a couple of other little bits that you can do. I mean, once you've gone through and learnt all this and you've done enough commands, the commands is the base system for nearly everything on here. Everything is done by commands, and I definitely suggest you always use advanced commands, because then you can edit them and you can change them a bit more, and you've got a bit more control over what they do for everything. Once you've been through and made loads and different commands, you should be getting comfortable with how the bot works. And then when you go to other sections like the quote section, obviously you can set up a command that adds quotes, and you can work it all out from there, adding commands like that. Now, I've been through most stuff. Are there any questions? Does anybody want me to go through and show you a couple of bits again? You're looking for the timeout command, Harley? There you go. You're timed out for a minute now. The timeout command's a mixer command, it's not part of the bot. So, is there any questions, anybody? What would you like? Is there anything you'd like me to go over with the bot that you'd like to know or that you missed? And do a quick recap on something if you like. I don't know, Coop. It's funny. Harley needs me to go over the timeout command when he gets back. I can explain it to him again if he asks. He was only timed out for a minute. Right, so to make sure you can use this bot as a bot, Venom, what you need to do is make yourself a separate Mixer account. So you've got another account entirely that is for your bot. Sign the bot account into Chrome or whatever browser you use and leave that signed in. Then once you've got it signed into your browser account, come to your bot, go to the menu on the left, go down to the services section in the menu here, click on services, and at the very top of here you should have this, and you'll have an option to log in or connect your Mixer bot account. When you click that, it should redirect you to the browser where you've logged in with your bot, and you can approve Mixitup on your bot account. You are welcome. Any other questions, guys, that we want me to go over? All good. I am gonna download, I'm gonna end the stream in a minute, and I'm gonna start a new stream because I will download this one and I'm gonna upload it to YouTube so that you can watch it back if you need to. Oh, Coop, I'm going to put this on YouTube so you can go back and watch this if you need to, and pause it and rewind it where you need to. But is there anything now that you'd like me to go over again quickly before I end it and restart the game one? Anybody else? You can always ask me, and I have set up the channels in the Discord so that you can Harley, if you want to start again, you can just watch it back on YouTube. You've got here at the end of the class, Luna. I'm about to end it and make sure I can upload it to YouTube. I'm going to put the whole stream on YouTube. It's come to about 2.5 hours, so it's not that bad. I'm going to start a game up